Okay, so we removed the low rumbles in our audio, and now we want to remove any background noise that's still there. And Adobe Audition has some really good tools for doing this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is select a little bit of audio that doesn't have any voiceover in it, just simply room noise. And you can see that exists here and it exists here. Now, if you're working with an existing audio that's been cut and trimmed so that it doesn't have any left, this might be a little more difficult to do and you might not be able to do it. But if you have these little portions where nothing's being said, or it's your own voiceover and you can simply record more of the room, it's pretty easy. So what we're going to do here is record some of the room. Okay, so you don't want to use this part. You want to use the flattest part possible, which is this portion. So here's what we do. It's pretty cool. So how the tool works in Adobe Audition is you basically capture a noise print. You get a sample of the background noise, and you do that by highlighting the audio like I did and hitting Shift P. So it doesn't look like anything happened. But if you look in the bottom left here, you can see capture noise print completed in 0.01 seconds. So I think if you do it for the first time, a little window pops up, but I clicked the button that says don't show me again. So sorry about that. But we got the noise print. So now that we have the noise print, deselect everything or Control A to select everything, doesn't matter. And you're going to want to hit Control Shift P. So what this does is it brings up the noise reduction effect. And we can see that we can see basically what's happening is we're removing that noise print. So you can mess with the reduction here, the noise reduction percentage, so how much you're going to reduce. So if you want to reduce 100% of the noise print you captured, just put this at 100%, and then the reduced by is how much we're reducing it by. So I almost always set the noise reduction, if it's a high quality situation like we're dealing with right now, to 100%. And 16 decibels is more than enough. This is way less than 16 decibels. You can see if we zoom in way crazy here, we're only dealing with negative 66 decibels. This is pretty quiet for a loud room, or for a room, sorry, not a loud room. So what we're gonna do is apply this over the whole thing. And you can see that these are completely gone. So 16 decibels was enough. If you can still see some, you might want to go over it again. But what's happening here is it's capturing the noise print and then running that frequency set that you captured over the entire audio track. And it's basically figuring out what's noise, what's not noise, and removing it. So you can see with the high pass filter and with the noise, with the noise reduction we just did, let's apply that. We can get a very clean room here, right? So even though there was noise in my room, it's completely gone. You see that? We can see if there's almost nothing in. So if we do the zoom that we did earlier, it takes a lot of zooming before we get to noise. And this is almost inaudible right here, unless you crank your speakers up and you're just jamming to some noise. But let's scroll back to here. So now we're left with a pretty clean voiceover in no work at all.